All right, so as you can see, we have our stock headlight off the Mach, and the new one. My low beam and my running light both stopped working, so I was just riding off the high beam. With it coming winter time, it's probably not the brightest idea. So, like I said, I got this one instead. The build quality is, like I said, plastic, but the lens is glass instead of plastic. So you can definitely fill it. But like I said, so you have your daytime running lights, your low beam, which and your high beams, which are like stupid bright. So yeah, that's your standard connections here. Just your LED running light and your H4 connector here. Just plug straight in the back. These yellow wires are used for like if you want to use the running lights as turn signals, you could do that. Since I have the Proton 500s that are just ridiculously bright as turn signals, I'm just gonna keep these as the daytime running lights. So yeah, what you'll need to do is you'll have to take these little rubber stoppers off of the old headlight, and they go up in here. So essentially, I think you just kind of just not a whole lot of difficulty plugging those in there. Just gotta kind of finesse it. But yeah, this whole bracket right here is made out of quality metal. It's all finished. So essentially, then you take off this piece, which actually might get the new one, but essentially it'll just slide into there. You plug that, and then you have the top part of venting to your headlight there. All right, so you're gonna take the fairing for the headlight. So it's just gonna snap back into that, and you're going to put it in these little holes here. And yeah, so I'm gonna just do this off video so it's easier for me to do it. All right, so once you get this piece on, these two like rubber grommets were the hardest pain in the ass. The easiest thing I could recommend is you put this plug in first, and just use like a flathead screwdriver and just kind of work around the edges, and it'll eventually get on there. But once that's done, now it's ready to go on the bike. All right, so after you get done collecting the wires, what you're going to do is you're going to take just your stock turn signal, and you're going to put it back on this clip right here. What's going to happen is you're going to use the provided hardware that comes with the kit, which just consists of a nut with a washer. Sorry. So you'll get a nut, the locking washer, which there again, I don't know if you can see that, and the screw. So, and that's going to go down in this hole right here. So I learned to use a pair of vice grips to get in there, because the box wrench won't come undone. So you just kind of want to just tighten them hand tight. You don't need to go crazy and tighten them super tight. So we got, like I said, our right assembly in there. like that. Let's go ahead and put the left one on here. Again, and this usually is what kind of mounts the headlight to the motorcycle. Is this. Again, so we have our nut, a washer. It's gonna go in the hole. That's what she said. Then we're gonna take our vice grips. Again, just kind of lock it down so we can put it on the end of the nut. Make that hand tight there. So I got those all screwed in. And we got our LED headlight with our Proton 500 jerk signals there. Alright, so now we're gonna finally plug everything back in here. So it's gonna sit on your stock bracket just like your regular did. So we're gonna do our high-low beam, the H4 plug goes in that plug. Your LED running light will go into this plug. Our right turn signal will go up into this plug. So gray with gray, actually it's not entirely true. And your left turn signal will go into that plug there. So once we're done with that, again, the next step is to alright, so once you get the headlight on, you're going to want to attach these brackets. This is probably the hardest part, I think. This is because there's so much shit, this stuff behind that fucking headlight there. Literally one of the hardest parts to do. Alright, and you're going to repeat the process on this side too. Again, this is probably the hardest part because this little stupid styrofoam pieces in there is terrible. Like I said, once you hand thread it, it's not so bad. You're just going to take your Allen wrench. And just kind of screw it in all the way there. Again, literally the hardest part is stuffing all those wires and stuff. It's even more cumbersome when you've got that keyless ignition system. And if you still haven't seen that video, I'll throw it up in the top right hand corner on that card there. So if you can just watch out for that if you want to watch that there. All right, so my next step is I'm going to take my kind of whole gauge cluster here and and feed it back through these brackets here. So we put that there. Again, that's going to be different if you guys don't have any of the let me just push that down. That'll go there. Do the same for this side. Just pardon my fart. Our last screw, thank goodness. We'll just put our garage door unit just right in there because it just seems to work. So you're just going to, like I said, feature your gauge cluster through. You're going to plug it in until you hit a snap. Put that little rubber boot back over it. Push all those wires back down in there. And like I said, you're going to want to, it'll sit back in there. So once your gauge cluster's in, you're just going to take these two retaining screws and just kind of just screw them back into the back of the housing so your gauge cluster doesn't move around anywhere. And that's going to be it for the install of the top-of-light LED headlight for the 2014 to 2017 Yamaha FZ07. Like I said, so this is going to be our daytime running light. Look at how good that almost kind of looks like a Super Duke. All right, so that's going to be our low beam. and our bright. All just classic white lights. God, that thing looks so good. Alright guys.